Okay, this is the lab 4. We will talk about regression, which is very important data analyst skill in both business environment and research environment. So first, let's go to the resource. Open the lab 4. We will see 8 questions here. 8 questions in this lab. So let's start with the first one. So first question is using the data wedding dataset. So as the same as the lab string, we go back to the resource and we can go to the data files, find the weddings. For later, all the other datasets use the same way to find it. So let's first open the wedding datasets. Here's the data file. I've already downloaded. I'll give you a few minutes to open this file. Okay, once we have the file, let's look at the question here. So the question is construct scatter charts to determine whether any linear relationship between following things. The first one is wedding cost and attendance. We want attendance to the y and wedding cost to the x, and wedding cost x to the venue rating. And third one is the couple's income and the wedding cost only for the wedding paid by the bride and groom themselves. Okay, 3 questions here. So we first is wedding cost and attendance. Let's go back to the data here. So wedding cost is column D here. And the attendance is the column E. We want wedding cost as X, attendance as Y. So to do that is very easy. We just select these 2 columns, create a scatter plot. I think you guys know this very well because you have already done some research, some assignments from MyLab IT. This is very easy to do, and we want to find a correlation between these two. So we go to click on the charts. We go to the chart design, add chart elements, trend line. We can add a trend line here. This is the regression line for these 2 columns. Especially is for dependent variable as attendance and independent variable as wedding cost. So let's click on the line here, right click, show the format trend line. We can add 2 elements here. One is equation and another one is R square. So we can see this is the linear model for these 2 variables. 0.0041 times the wedding cost plus 77.185 equal to attendance. Okay, so the second question is asking for the wedding cost and the venue rating. So let's do the same thing here. The wedding cost and the venue rating. For this time, we just choose these 2 columns. Hold your control to select another one. Insert. Okay, so now we get our venue rating model. Here we do same. Go to the add chart trend line linear and right click, format trend line, check equation and R square. Okay, the third one is a little bit tricky. Here we want only for the ones paid by the bride and groom. So let's do a filter here. So first let's select row 3, add a filter, data, filter, and for the payer, only for the bride and groom. And if we do a chart here, we cannot apply the chart just based on filtered data. We have to copy this data to a new place. Let's create another sheet for that. paste it here. So now you can see everyone here is for bride and groom. Okay, let's change it a little bit. Then we want to predict the income and the wedding cost, and we want the income be the x, wedding cost be the y. Okay, income x, wedding cost y. So we can directly select these two columns. Right, insert scatter plot. Okay. So this is the wedding cost by the income as an input. Let's add trend line here. Right click, add equation and ask well. Okay, this is the model. And sometimes they want, if the question asking the opposite way, for example, let's say we want wedding cost as x, income couple's income as y. The way to do that, the easiest way to do that is just copy one to here. In the case, it's in the test, right? It's the easiest way to that way, to do the opposite way for the x and y. So this is the easiest way to do the transpose. The reason for that is if you just right click the data source, select data, and switch, it will show you this graph. This is not what we want. And if you still want to do in the same chart, we can do remove the series and add one. Choose name, for example, say couple's income, and select x and y manually. X would be the numbers in x, and y would be the numbers in the y. Then you click OK. So these two charts are the exact same, right? So if you don't want to remember too much things, you just copy the column to the last. Okay. So this is the question one.